Hi guys, how are you? I hope we all had a pleasant Easter. I'm a little bit sick, but I'm going to go. I just felt I need to address this. I posted a post on Saturday, and I appreciate everyone that made a contribution to it. It was a learning process. South Africans had an opportunity to understand views of our fellow Zimbabweans as well had an opportunity to understand the concerns of South Africans. I think in any situation, dialogue is the best. And if we can have it on this platform, let's do it. What we want is we all want the best. South Africans want their best in their country. Zimbabweans also are saying we also want the best in our country so that we can go back. I'm just going to give a brief background from where we're coming from as Zimbabweans. We got our independence in 1980, and our fathers were very excited about being independent. And they believed going to work was it. While the colonizers that they had forgiven to say, okay, you can continue staying in our country. We're running the companies, we're running the businesses, the mines and everything. And we thought that was the it. Just like what's happening here in South Africa. Right now, everyone thinks we are okay as long as we can go to work. That's good enough for us. We were also once there. But then 42 years later, we are realizing that a lot of our minerals has been looted. Yes, we managed to get our independence, but we were so unfortunate that when we obtained the independence, our fathers or a few black people that came into power, they had completely nothing like the rest of Zimbabweans. They saw it as an opportunity to continue looting the wealth of Zimbabwe. That's why you've seen up to now we only have one party that's been running since we obtained our independence. It's the same. The same history is continuing happening even here in South Africa. Since you got your independence in 1994, we've always had ANC in party. 20, 30 years from now, you're also going to be asking what were we doing. But nonetheless, today I'm not going to tell you what to do, guys. But from the responses that I got, I want to share from the replies I got from my previous video. It prompted me to say, let's talk about it more. South Africans are saying Zimbabweans need to go home. The rest of other African people should go. We also realize, in as much as the anger against the foreigners in South Africa is only targeted to black people, we never see colored people fighting each other. When I was in Zimbabwe, there were a lot of coloreds that have also migrated into South Africa. There were white people, the farmers, they've also come here. But you never talk about them. They came with money. They are in a better position to even loot more than they were doing in Zimbabwe. But you are comfortable to say the black person should go. I understand your concerns to say because of the black illegal immigrants in South Africa, that's why we're having a lot of crime, that's why we're having unemployment, Your issue, your concern is unemployment. You're not worried about the person that is looting millions. No, you're not. Your concern is the person that is working. Fine. I love asking people, and then we can have dialogue. So you leave your comments in the comment sections. I'll definitely manage to go through most of the comments, and a lot of people can learn from it. At this point, I have a few questions that I need to ask. How many South Africans are benefiting from, especially the Black South Africans? How many of you are benefiting from the Zimbabweans that are in South Africa? 3/4 of people that obtained their RDPs no more stay in the RDPs. You have given your properties for rentals. You're getting an income. If I am wrong, I sincerely apologize. But how many of you have gotten the RDP house? You've placed the illegal immigrants, you've placed the documented Zimbabweans or Nigerians or Malawans in your homes, and you've gone to stay in the shacks. It's because you're getting an income out of it. And a lot of South Africans have gotten to a stage where they say, I'm okay if I can get 3,000 per month. It's good enough. I don't need to go to work. You benefit in that. Even the transportation industry has benefited. The revenues have gone high. 10 years, if someone owned maybe one taxi or two, because of the demand that has gone up, you're also benefiting from that. Even the white people that have money, they've realized that property investment is the way to go, because a lot of people need accommodation. You can go to Midrand, you can go to Centurion, you can come and go to Tableview, Durbanville. In Durban, foreigners are renting those flats, and the demand in property investment has gone up. Everyone is benefiting. Even the police are benefiting. If you go to Joburg, you will not even travel one street to another. They will stop a foreigner to say, give us money. We are all benefiting from the system. The fact that everyone has been benefiting for so long, there are other people that are okay with it, and other people are suffering for it. I'm not saying, get me right, I'm not saying it's the best situation. It's not. All I am saying is, let me just go through my notes, because I made notes. Yes, we have companies that have opened as well. We have companies that have opened. The Western Union, all Zimbabweans, Malawans, Nigerians are sending money home. How much revenue is South Africa getting when they send money through the Western Union, when they send money through Mukuru? You're benefiting. The problem, your concern as well, was foreigners are causing crime. Let's also not run away from it that we have South Africans that cause problems. And I'm going to kindly address my fellow, not only Zimbabweans, even other African people that are coming into South Africa. Guys, you are visiting in a foreign land, you need to behave. I will not deny that I've never witnessed a Zimbabwean committing crime. I have. You also have witnessed, you are a Zimbabwean, but you have witnessed our fellow Zimbabweans doing crime. So what are we saying, guys? Let's be at our best behavior. We have a 20% of people that have crossed the borders. Instead of looking for work, or instead of concentrating on saying, I need to feed my family, they start indulging in violence. That is not acceptable. And the owners of the land are complaining to say, don't do that. I wanted to use vernacular, but I realized this is not just a Zimbabwean issue. They are Nigerians as well. We see them roaming in the streets and we keep quiet. That is wrong. We need to be at our best behavior. If the crime is going to be committed, let the owners of the land commit the crimes. Not you people that have crossed borders to come into South Africa. You're seeking greener pastures, but you start committing crimes. It's not acceptable. And it's true when they say there's crime happening, being caused by Zimbabweans, Nigerians, Congolese, Somalians. Just recently, I had one lady who texted me to say, I'm looking for a job as a domestic worker. And one of the guys, because it's in the Somalian house, they said they're going to test my HIV status. When a Somalian, you want to rape people coming to work in your homes. Stop it. You also committing crimes. Stop it. Don't take advantage of vulnerable people or poor people. Nigerians, stop it. Zimbabweans, stop it. Stop going to the malls and looting clothes. Find a job and work. All the crimes that you do, they are being noticed. And you, the one, that 20% is the one that is spoiling everything for every other person that is in South Africa. We need to come as a united front. If we need to be helped by South Africans, let's also be at our best behavior, guys. There's no way you can expect the neighbor to help you when you are not at your best behavior. That's unacceptable. And then, how do we now solve that crime issue? The 80% that came for genuine reasons, be your brother's keeper to say we want to operate on a solid place. Go and report them. Don't give a blind eye. Go and do anonymous thing and report. Especially those other African people that are coming in South Africa and committing crime. It's not acceptable. Go and report them to the police anonymously. It's better that way. Because what we want, what South Africans want also is stop committing crimes. As much as you're taking their job, but stop committing crimes. The scholars only take phones. South African scholars will only take phones. They take petty little things. But ama heists, ama shop raids, ama whatever, who is doing those things? And this is how silly we can be. We know there are white people that are operating the huge sums of money smuggling in drugs. When are you being a runner, distributing on the streets for peanuts, when the one that's bringing in the drug is getting so much? Let's not be used by white people. It's so true. We go there, they will say, no, I'm going to give you a certain amount of money and you agree to work. Stop it. Get to see what's the minimum wage for anyone working in society. Don't go and grab low rates in jobs. It is also wrong because remember, people also in South Africa, if we go and get lower rates, we are crippling the industry for everyone else. And I don't think that's fair. In conclusion, I love you all. And I just want to let everyone know that I personally, as a Zimbabwean, I am willing to go home. The only thing I can ask ANC, the African Union, Pan-Africa Nation, the Pan thing, the people that look at affairs that are happening in Africa. You have been watching Zimbabwe going to the ruins. It's high time you stood up. Please, please, please stand against Mnangagwa. You know how terrible he has placed our country into. All we are crying for is, even if we go and register, we want a free and fair election. SADC leaders, you are letting us down. ANC, you are letting us down. In Africa, you are the second world. That's why everyone runs and comes to South Africa. When you speak Ramaphosa, even Putin is going to understand the Zimbabwean story. Spread the word of the Zimbabwean story so that we can get our independence come next year. You cannot keep neglecting the Zimbabwean people to suffer and suffer. Help us to have a free and fair election, is what we are saying to you. If we can have a free and fair elections, the industry is going to open in Zimbabwe. The mines are going to open in Zimbabwe. Everyone is going to rush and go back home. It's all what we are asking for. And if we can also be allowed to vote in our consulates, please ask them. It's happening in other countries that people are allowed to vote when they are outside the country. Let the 1 million, 2 million, I don't know how many Zimbabweans are in South Africa, but if we can be allowed to vote and contribute to the free and fair elections in Zimbabwe, come 2023, a new party will take over and we will happily go home. So the leaders of SADC, the leaders of AU, the leaders of PAN, listen to the Zimbabwean story. You, the one that have been neglecting, the people of Africa have trusted you. You know, I was asking myself, how come we are in Africa and we have more than 6-7 countries that are rushing to South Africa with their governments all messed up, and you don't address those issues? So what are you doing at SADC? What are you doing at the African Union? What are you doing at PAN? Why don't you discuss and tell people the truth that you are messing up the country as leaders? Look how many Somalians are in here. Look how many Malawians are in here, but Malawi have got their independence. Look how many Nigerians are here. Nigeria has got oils. How many Zimbabweans? We've got diamonds, we've got platinum, we've got gold. But how many are we? Because you put aside on the foreign affairs of other countries. I leave everything in your hands. I leave everything in your hands. If you are to solve the South African problem, please learn to tell the truth to each other when you go for those meetings, to say, Mamela Budi, you are messing up your country. Let another person take over. Leadership is not just about one person. It's about sharing. Somebody will bring in new ideas. Thank you, guys. And for everyone that took place in the discussion in the first video, thank you for your contributions. God bless you. Soon or later, we will have a free, united Zimbabwe, where I'm going to invite a whole lot of my friends to say, come see how beautiful my Zimbabwe is as well. Thank you so much.